Cadena 3, la televisión más abierta que nunca.
Al alba esta mañana y llegamos a las faldas de la zona arqueológica de Teotihuacán con los amigos de Volare que tienen este maravilloso producto turístico, un vuelo en globo aerostático por encima de la civilización más espectacular, Teotihuacán.
Así es, bueno, somos Volare y nos especializamos en vuelos en globo aerostático sobre la zona arqueológica. Prácticamente andamos volando entre 500 y 1000 metros sobre la zona arqueológica. Es un clima muy amigable aquí en Teotihuacán y prácticamente es muy tranquilo, un vuelo muy tranquilo, no es nada extremo porque también muchas personas tienen eso en mente, ¿no? Que va a ser muy extremo o cierto temor, pero al contrario es un vuelo padrísimo, al contrario tráiganse sus cámaras porque en verdad que van a sacar unas fotos padrísimas.
Platícanos un poquito sobre la dinámica. Nosotros llegamos aquí con ustedes al aeródromo. ¿Qué pasa? Nos das un brief, nos dices qué hay que hacer, cómo funciona. Enamóralos para que vengan contigo.
Bueno, el vuelo empieza a las 7 de la mañana, obviamente nosotros nos preparamos desde antes, como desde las 6:30 nos estamos preparando con los equipos. Nosotros como pilotos hacemos un check pues visual del globo, preparamos nuestros tanques, todo y inspeccionamos que todo esté en orden. Después lo que hacemos es, como a las 7 de la mañana ya estamos preparando el equipo, ya con pasajeros, estamos levantándolo con el quemador y una vez que ya está pues totalmente levantado, pues subimos a nuestros pasajeros y empezamos la travesía. Pues más o menos nuestro vuelo es de 45 minutos a una hora, dependiendo también las condiciones del clima, pero como les comento aquí es un clima sumamente amigable y pues prácticamente así es la dinámica. Una vez que aterrizamos, nos regresamos, vamos de regreso al globopuerto porque nunca es complicado regresar al mismo lugar y nosotros le decimos que es como la fiesta, ¿no? Sabemos dónde empezamos pero no dónde terminamos. Entonces prácticamente una vez que aterrizamos vamos de regreso y hacemos un brindis y les entregamos unos certificados.
¡Wow! Y además, platícanos las edades. ¿Quiénes pueden venir? ¿Desde niños, adultos?
Pues prácticamente no tenemos una restricción. Niños nada más sería que fueran de 3 años en adelante, por el tema de que ya rebasen más que nada el metro, la altura de la canasta para que puedan tener visibilidad. Y si no, pues se les pone un banquito también para que puedan ver, puedan ir viendo la zona arqueológica también los niños, ¿no?
Este es un recorrido fantástico para disfrutar en familia, inclusive también para celebrar ocasiones especiales como lo que es entregas de anillo de compromiso, aniversarios, si se quieren poner románticos.
Así es, también tenemos vuelos privados que únicamente pues iría la pareja, va con el piloto y esos vuelos son precisamente para pedidas de matrimonio o bueno, para celebrar aniversarios también. Y el vuelo lo que tiene de especial es que vas con una botella, una charola de carnes frías y pues vas en pareja, ¿no? Y que es lo padre.
Bueno, pues ahora sí, diles cómo llegar, a dónde ir, tu página web, todo para que estén acá con nosotros.
Bueno, sí, nuestra página de internet es www.flyvolare.com. Nos pueden encontrar en todas las redes sociales igual como Flyvolare y estamos en la carretera de Tulancingo, en la libre de Tulancingo, en el kilómetro 27.5.
Así es que aquí los esperamos y acompáñenos porque nos vamos de tour por Teotihuacán, pero esta vez volando en este globo aerostático de los amigos de Volare. Y vine a volar en globo. ¿Y a quién creen que me encontré? A un gran amigo, él se llama Geoff y es una superestrella de las bicicletas. No me lo van a creer, pero en esta bicicleta que ustedes están viendo en este momento, él ha recorrido 30 países. Él salió desde Inglaterra, desde Londres, y ahora está aquí en México y nos va a compartir sobre su historia, sobre cómo creó esta maravilla. So Geoff, I'm telling my friends that you came directly from England, that you were in 30 countries, and that you built this marvelous bike by your own.
Yes, I've been for the last 10 years the only manufacturer of penny farthing bicycles, that's the name of them, in the UK. They're originally built 120 years ago, so to keep these old skills going is a really nice thing to do, and to travel with the bike is a wonderful experience as well.
How did you decide to travel around the world in this particular bike?
It comes from when I first started working for myself. My original profession was a race engine builder. I worked in Formula One. Then when I say worked for myself, suddenly I didn't have that paycheck in the bank every month. So that shock was, I had to tighten my belt and I started cycling. I hadn't cycled since I was a child and loved it. And for my holiday, I cycled from England up to Amsterdam in Holland that year. Loved it and had an epiphany. This is how I'm going to see the world on a bicycle. Now I'm probably your typical English eccentric, so I didn't want to have a normal bicycle, so the craziest thing I could think of was a penny farthing. So I went to a museum, had a look at them, saw how they were made and built my first one, and that I rode to Paris for the Millennium celebrations in the year 2000 and learnt an awful lot, and it went on from there. Made another one, and then people asked me to make them bikes and it became a business, and so I changed hats from the technical Formula One hat and I put on my new bicycle hat, and went back 120 years in time and learnt new skills, and here we are.
Yes, here we are, and the amazing thing of this is that you have all your equipment in your bike. Please describe us all the things that you have here.
Well, this is literally everything I own in the world that I've got here. I don't own anything else other than the bicycle and all my kits. So essentially what I've got in the front bag there, I've got my cooking equipment, so a stove, a pot and some food. In the back here I've got a solar panel and that charges my cameras up. Under this I've got my tent, one change of clothes, wet weather gear, and that's pretty much it. So you have to travel really light, and I can't carry as much stuff as a normal touring cyclist can, so I'm minus 2 large bags, but you can condense your life down into a small package, and especially on that first day when you leave, when you know this is all I own in the world, it's so refreshing and so freeing, and it's a wonderful feeling, and you can just be completely self-sufficient, and yeah, here we are again.
So you give up to all the material things, to the material world, and you put your life in your bicycle with all your needs that you have is here. So that make you free, and that make you free to discover the world.
Absolutely, that's it. That's exactly correct. That material things, they're gone. This is the only material things that I own, and that's so freeing. And you then learn that actually 99.9% of the people in the world are absolutely lovely and wonderful and kind and will smile. What you see on the news, that's all the bad stuff, but it's only such a small percentage, and I say to anyone, don't be afraid of the world, because in all the countries I've been in, everyone's really, really nice. People are people. People are just like you and I. If you need to have a chat with them, they'll have a chat. If you need some water, they'll give you water. People are lovely. People are lovely, and it makes you feel really good about the world as well, and especially Mexico. I say I've been probably 30 countries now, and from the moment I crossed the border in Tijuana, everyone here has been so lovely and friendly, welcoming. Everyone's got a smile, be they rich or poor, it doesn't make any difference, and it's been a wonderful experience being here in Mexico, and thank you, Mexico, because you're a beautiful country.
So I'm thrilled, and I want to know your experience in Mexico. So you came through Tijuana and you biked the whole Baja Mil to get to Los Cabos and La Paz, and then you cross over with the ferry. But I want you to describe us. How was this experience getting all Mexico?
Well, I say from the moment I crossed the border, coming from the USA, the Americans, they're lovely people, but they have an inbuilt fear of Mexico. They watch too much news, and they always broadcast the bad stories. So they all say, "Oh, you're going to be murdered. It's going to be robbed," and it's so wrong. From the moment I crossed, everyone has been so warm, welcoming, lovely. It's such a wonderful country, and coming down Baja, the scenery was gorgeous. All the cactuses, which we don't have in England. There's no cactus unless you have them on your windowsill, and so this beautiful vegetation, the beautiful scenery, the wonderful people, and everyone has just been, without exception, so nice. Everyone's smiling. If you need water, they'll give you water. You're hungry, there's always somewhere to get food, and it's lovely food. I'm just having a great time, and the whole of Baja was like that. Coming over to the mainland, nothing changed. It was just exactly the same. The people were warm and welcoming, and I've been in 30 countries probably now in the world, and I think Mexico is my number one for the most warm and lovely people. Everyone here is so nice, and the other travellers I've met, there's many people come to Mexico on their bicycles, and they're all having the same experience. Just how wonderful Mexico is, and when I move on from Mexico to the next country, I'll always have a place in my heart for your country, because it's wonderful, and I will definitely be coming back again, because it's so lovely.
This year we are celebrating the partnership in between your country and my country. This means Mexico and England are making a change in everything, in tourism, in traveling, in food, in technology, in education, in engines, in the whole environment. So you are here.
And that's great. I mean, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here at this time. It's great, and I encourage Mexican people to come to England as well and visit our country, and I hope we're as friendly and welcoming to all the Mexicans as all the Mexicans have been to me.
And now you are riding to Puebla. How long do you take to get to Puebla? But in the road you're going to stop for the volcano.
That's correct, yeah. I think it'll take me maybe 4 days to get to Puebla now. As I say, I'm going to take the big, the dirt road over so I can see the volcano, because I've never seen a live volcano, and I'm very excited about that. It'll take me probably a day to walk up to the top of the road, and it's about 3,500 meters, about 25 kilometers.
And then after that, where are you going?
After that, after Puebla, I'm heading south, down into Guatemala, Central America, and the plan then is to go down into Colombia, Argentina, Chile, down to Ushuaia, Terra del Fuego. That's the first major leg. So from here, I've been on the road now for 9 months. It'll be another year to get to the bottom of South America. After that, I've got to make a decision where to go next, or if I'm tired, I think, okay, I've had enough. But if I want to keep going, I'll probably fly to South Africa and head north back up through Africa, back to England, and then I'll have a rest and have a nice cup of tea.
I love it. So please share us your website, your Facebook, so our friends can join you also and share your adventures traveling all around the world, and even though from Mexico.
Yeah, but my website is pennyfarthingworldtour.com. So the bicycles are called Penny Farthings. On Facebook, just under my name, which is Joff Summerfield, and on Twitter as well, which is @Joff Summerfield. So it's all nice and easy. If you can't remember any of that, if you Google Penny Farthing and Joff, which is Joff, you'll find me.
Nice. So, and now I want you to show us how to ride this bike. En este momento, Joff nos va a dar una clasecita. Más bien, yo no me voy a subir acá, pero él se va a subir y nos va a decir cómo funciona su bicicleta. Así es que quédense, porque en este momento, we want you to ride your bike for our friends.
My pleasure, absolutely my pleasure. I'll happily do that. I'll show you how you get on and how you get off, hopefully without falling off.
Me? No, you.
You. Oh, me. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. No problem.
Oh, can I do it?
We can get you on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bueno, lo voy a intentar por ustedes.
Show you first.
With the hat?
No, you've got to help.
Okay.
The way to get on the bike is there's a step just here, and you put your foot on the step, and you scoot along like a scooter. Jump on. Easy as that. Getting off, there's a few different ways, some less painful than the others, but the most safest way is put your foot back onto the step and just step off.
Okay.
So I'll show you first,
Yeah,
and then
you
you can
do.
have a go. So, put your toe on the step, like that.
Esto verdaderamente es una de las mejores experiencias que he tenido. A mí me encanta la bicicleta. Esta bici es la neta. Así es que yo les tiene que construir una porque yo ya le voy a pedir la mía. Está increíble. Haciendo un recorrido muy especial. Si pueden observar detrás de mí la ciudad sagrada de Teotihuacán, estamos a bordo de un globo aerostático de Volare, aquí cerquitita de las pirámides, y me acabo de encontrar una gran personalidad. Él es un amigo que viene desde Inglaterra, él es Joff, y además, ¿qué creen? Ustedes han de pensar que llegó en avión, que llegó en tren, que llegó en barco, en coche. Vino en su propia bicicleta y ahorita les vamos a contar su historia. So, Joff, I'm telling my audience that you came from London in your own bike.
On my own bicycle, yes, Patty, and it's been a wonderful trip. Been 9 months on the road and about 10,000 kilometres now, and having a fantastic time. An absolute pleasure to be here. This is a wonderful experience in the balloon. Seeing the pyramids from this angle is just a fantastic experience.
So you came from England in your own bike?
That's right, yes. I flew to Toronto in Canada, and I've ridden from Toronto to here, and that's been 9 months on the road and about 10,000 kilometres so far.
What do you think from Mexico? You're traveling through our country in your bike by your own.
Mexico, from the moment I crossed the border, has been absolutely fantastic. Every single person I've met has been wonderful, warm, happy, smiling. It's been a real pleasure to be here. I've probably been in about 30 countries now in my life, and Mexico is number one for the most friendly and welcoming people.
Weren't you afraid traveling alone by your own bike through whole Mexico?
Traveling through Mexico has been absolutely fine. There's nothing to fear. Coming through North America, USA, everyone tells you, oh, be careful, you'll be murdered in Mexico there. Everyone's very, very frightened. But the reality is so different. Everyone's been lovely. I just camp and meet people all the time. And it's just wonderful. It's probably the safest country in the world.
Ya escucharon, lo dice Geoff, que viene desde Inglaterra. How many kilometers have you ride to come here?
From the start of this trip, it's about 10,000 kilometres that I've ridden so far, and that's 9 months. I've probably got another 20,000 to do before I finish. So I've still got a long way to go. I've still got another half of Mexico to enjoy. But I go slowly, and it takes time, but that's okay, because I see and meet more people because of that.
Ya escucharon y los invitamos aquí a que vengan a disfrutar de este paseo en globo con los amigos de Volare. Y atrás de mí los dejo con la ciudad, para mí, de los dioses, Teotihuacán.
Cadena 30, la televisión más abierta que nunca.